Hey everybody, welcome back to your mat. My name's Ellie Cooper and I'm going to be taking you guys through a back bendy kind of flow today. So sometimes in yoga, back bends can't always feel the best, but we're really going to do some strategic work here to prep ourselves. So when we come into a couple of bigger shapes, hopefully it feels really good, solid and strong. So that being said, when you are ready, we are going to make our way into tabletop today. We're just going to get straight into it. So when you're ready, meet me with hands underneath shoulders and knees underneath the hips. We're just going to give ourselves a moment just to sway our way around the mat. So making big circles with your chest here, up and over your wrists. Giving yourself the opportunity just to start to feel in. Maybe starting to feel what the mat is like underneath your hands, how the wrists are feeling today, how the hips are feeling. Just a couple of more breaths here just to sway. And then on your next exhale, come back up and through center. We're going to wing our fingertips towards the outer edges of our mat so they face east and west. And then from here, we're going to make those big circles once again up and over the wrists. Really trying to find a little bit of drama to the movement to really give ourselves space to working towards the wrist joint and the front of the forearm. So give yourself 2 more sways up and around, big old circles. And then find pause. Once you've found your pause, flip your fingertips back towards your knees or in that general direction. And then on your next breath in here, you're gonna start to sit back towards your heels. As you do, you're gonna lift the heel of the hand up through the knuckles, and then all the way up on towards the fingertips. And then when you're ready from here, drop the fingertips down, drop down through the knuckles and the heel of the hand. Breathe in, sit back, lift up the hand, come up high to the fingertips. And on your exhale, start to lower the fingertips down, base of the knuckles, and down through the palm. Twice more, giving yourself space to lift as you sit back and allowing yourself to drop down, chest leans out. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower it down. Good work. From here, wing your fingertips back towards the front of your mat. We'll take a couple of traditional cat and cows. As you find your next breath in, tip through your hips as you lift the sternum up and forward, pushing the mat away with your hands. Keep that grip of the palms as you arc your upper back towards the sky, finding cat. Push the mat away. Give yourself space to find a little bit more lift through the upper back towards the sky. And then next breath in, come back through cow. Tip the hips, lift the heart up and forward. Push the earth away as you round through your upper back. One more time, inhale back through cow. And exhale, ground down, push up and away as you find cat. Nice work. When you're ready from here, we're going to make our way in towards a toes pose. So we're going to tuck our toes underneath us and we're going to sit back hips to heels. Now from here on your next breath in, take your hands in towards heart center. Give yourself a moment, hug the ankles in as you give yourself space to stay. Feeling into an opening through the backs of the feet. One more deep breath in. And one more deep breath out. Good job. Inhale, reach the hands up high to the sky. On your exhale here. Good job. On your next breath in, reach the arms up high to the sky. On the exhale, cactus the elbows, feel the shoulder blades slide down your back. Inhale, hands up high. Exhale, hands back into heart center. When you're ready from here, untuck your toes, come on towards the tops of the feet. And then from here on your next breath in, you'll drive down through your shins, squeeze your glutes as you lift the arm up towards the ceiling. And then when you're ready, cactus the elbows, squeeze the glutes as you move the hips forward in space. Nice. Reach your arms out wide, hug the energy that's around you in towards center so the palms meet to touch. And then sit back hips to heels as the hands pull back into heart center. Nice, we'll match the breath. Inhale, drive down, lift up. Exhale here, cactus the elbows, feel the shoulders blades slide down your back. Breathe in, reach your arms out wide, hug everything into heart center as the upper back rounds. Pull the hands in towards your chest as you sit back. Breathe in, push down, lift up. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades as you cactus the arms. Inhale, reach out wide. Exhale, arc your upper back. Gather the energy in as you sit back hips to heels. Nice. Twice more. Inhale, drive down, lift up. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades down. Inhale, open up the arms wide. Pull the energy into heart center as you sit back. Nice. Last time, push down, lift up, and drive. Open up through the heart. Reach everything out wide. Gather it in. Sit back, hips to heels. Beautiful. Now from here, you're going to come up towards your shins. From here, we're going to find some little zombie camels. But from here, we're going to build some quad strength and some glute strength. This is really what we need for the rest of the practice, and especially as we get into exploring more back bends. So from here, squeeze your glutes, reach your arms out forward in front of you. Find a little hug in and a pull in through your low belly. So your 2 outer hip bones come in towards the center of your belly, and then you find a gentle pull back in towards your spine. Keep that engagement here. The glutes are on as you start to gently lean your way back towards the back of the room. Keep a little drive down through the shins to help you find the lean back. And then on your breath in, squeeze the glutes and allow yourself to rise. Nice. Control the lean back. We've got 2 more. Give yourself space to maybe lower down a little bit. And then squeeze down, drive up, come back up. Nice. Lower your way back down towards the back of the room. Maybe you go a little bit further. Squeeze and lift your way up. Now I did lie one last time. We're going to go slow. Lower your way back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lift back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Sit back, hips to heels. Give yourself a moment and just shake that out. Then when you're ready from here, you're going to meet me up and towards a downward facing dog. Hands are going to land underneath shoulders. Toes are going to tuck under. You're going to lift your hips up high to the sky. Give yourself the opportunity just to pedal out through your dog, finding a little bit of blood flow through the backs of the legs, a little bit of energy here through the palms as you push the mat away. 2 breaths to either find stillness or to continue to pedal your dog out. It's up to you. Just give yourself a moment. Allow yourself to arrive. And then on your next exhale here, allow your heels to sink heavy down towards the ground. Push the mat away with your palms. Move your shoulders up towards your cheekbones and then press your chest back towards your thighs. Give yourself the opportunity to feel into strength and length here through the backs of the legs, but also stability through the shoulders. On your next breath in, send the gaze up and forward. On your next breath out, tippy toe your way all the way towards the backs of the wrists. Try to keep the hands planted for as long as you can. Use your core to help you get there, and then meet me up in Uttanasana, forward fold. On your next breath in, we find a halfway lift. Fingertips slide up your shins. Crown of the head reaches out and forward. On the exhale here, we allow ourselves to lower back down towards our fold. Inhale, drive down through your feet. Start to lift yourself up high and towards Tadasana. Fingertips try to touch the sky. On the exhale, hands move back into heart center. Nice. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale it out. Beautiful work. Inhale, arms reach back up high to the sky. Exhale here, hands back into heart center at prayer as you start to forward fold. Inhale in towards a halfway lift. And exhale, you fold. Now from here, we're going to articulate our halfway lift just a little. You'll drive down through your feet. As you breathe in, fingertips slide up the shins. Pause here. Spin the inner thighs and towards each other and then towards the back of the room. Feel your feet try to split the mat apart energetically. Hug up through the low belly and reach tall through the crown of the head. On your exhale here, keep the engagement through the legs as you allow yourself to lower. Maybe find a little bit of a bend through the knees. Inhale here, halfway lift. Thighs on as they spin. Shoulders back, crown of the head forward. Exhale here and lower. One more time. Inhale, energy through the legs, lift up, hug in through the low belly. And exhale here, allow yourself to lower. Good work. Hands re-land underneath your shoulders. Bend through your knees to allow you to do so and step your way back in towards your plank. From plank here, hug up through the low belly, spiral the thighs in towards each other and squeeze the glutes. Find a little shift forward on your toes and then lower your way down towards the mat in one piece or to the knees. It's up to you. Once you find your way here, we'll work our way in towards an oscillated cobra. So toes untuck, fingertips are gonna reach out wide to 10 and 2 like you're on a big clock. Now from here, elbows stay bent, allow your forehead to unwind down towards the ground. On your next breath in here, push down through the tops of the feet, lift through the backs of the knees, and then press through the fingertips to allow yourself to rise. Again, keep the glutes engaged as you hug in through the low belly. And then on your exhale, find a gentle unravel of the spine as you lower down through the belly, the chest, and then your forehead is last to land. Inhale, squeeze through the back line of the body, push down to lift up. And exhale here, oscillate your way down as you lower all the way back down towards the forehead. One more time, breathe in, push the mat away with the front body, strong back body as you rise. And exhale, unwind your way back down towards the ground. On the next inhale, hands come back underneath shoulders. On your exhale, you push your way back in towards downward facing dog. Good work. Give yourself space and time to arrive. Articulate your down dog as you push the earth away. Lengthen strength through the backs of the legs. On your next breath in, take the left leg up high to the sky, 3-legged down dog. And then when you're ready from here, hug your left knee in towards your chest. Ground your upper back like cat and shift your shoulders over your wrists. Step your left foot outside wide to the outside of the left hand and drop your back knee down. Breathe in, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Open and rotate through the front of the heart. Give yourself a moment just to be here in your little twist. And then on your exhale, left hand comes back underneath your shoulder. Walk your fingertips back in towards you. Left leg goes long for half Hanuman. We plug our left hip back. And then from here, we find a little swish of the left thigh side to side. So almost you could imagine here that your left thigh bone is moving in its socket, gently shifting from the right edge of your mat over towards the left and then back and forth. Just a couple more times just to give yourself space to floss through. And then when you're ready, find stillness. Pull your hips back a little further. Keep reaching tall through the front of the chest. And then walk your way back forward and towards your low lunge. Tuck your back toes under and hover off your back knee. Send your hips to the back of the room as you find your modified pyramid. Left toes can lift up and off of the mat. Sternum can stay reaching forward. You can be up high to your fingertips here, or if you've got blocks, you can place them underneath your hands. Take a breath in, keep plugging that left hip back, and a breath out to stay. And then on the inhale, ground down through the left footprint, walk your fingertips back forward, ground down through the hands if the fingertips are lifted. Step your way back into plank. Strong back body as you find your plank shape, shift forward on the toes. Lower your way down towards halfway for chaturanga or all the way for cobra. When you're ready, find up dog or cobra, glute squeeze, shoulders pull back. Keep hugging through the thighs as you keep reaching through the front of the chest. Exhale here, come back at downward facing dog. One big breath in, and one exhale out to let it go. Inhale, right leg lifts up high to the sky. Exhale, right knee pulls up and towards your belly. Find the compression here as you shift the shoulders over the wrists. Step the right foot outside wide with control to the outside of the right hand. Drop your back knee down. Left hand grounds towards the mat. Right arm reaches up high to the sky as you open through the heart. Another breath in, and another breath out. Good work. Right hand comes back underneath your shoulder. Make your way into half Hanuman from here. Walk your fingertips back, right leg long, right toes flick back in towards you. Again, plug your right hip back. Keep reaching tall and forward with the collarbones. And then find that little swivel of the right thigh and its little hip socket as you move the right leg side to side. And again, you don't really want this motion to be coming from the toes necessarily. You do want to be rotating from your thigh bone. So if you need to close your eyes to articulate that, please do. We've got a couple another swivels side to side. And then give yourself space to pause. Again, find a little bit more lift through the sternum, a little more pull back with that right hip. And then on the next breath in, walk your way back forward to the front of your mat. Back toes stay tucked under if they're not already. Back knee hovers. Send your hips back in space. Elongate the right leg to find your way in towards your modified pyramid. Coming up high to fingertips, it's up to you. Keep plugging that right hip back. Chest keeps reaching forward. Another breath in. And out. Good work. Ground down through the right footprint. When you're ready from here, hands re-land underneath your shoulders. Step your way back to plank. Find the lower in towards your chaturanga or on towards the mat. Making your way through your cobra, your up dog, giving yourself space to linger for a moment to articulate the glutes on as the sternum keeps reaching forward. And then on the exhale, hug up through the low belly. Lift your way back in towards downward facing dog. Again, another breath in. And another breath out. Inhale, left leg reaches up high to the sky. This time your left heel moves over towards your right glute, almost like you could stack left hip on top of right, but don't let go of that little pull up through the lower belly. Give yourself a moment to keep pushing the mat away. And then next inhale, move the left knee up and towards your chest. Arc through the upper back. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, left arm reaches back up high to the sky as we head back in towards our twist. Now from here, we give ourselves the opportunity to kick the right foot back behind us like a little kickstand. And then we shoot the left leg long back behind us to the back of the mat. From here, we're in a modified side plank. Hug your shoulder blades together as you keep pushing the ground away with your right palm. Find another breath in. And another breath out. On the next inhale, lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. Giving yourself a moment to find the articulation through the glutes, so hugging your outer hips in towards each other. Stay for a moment to find your stability. And then if it feels good for you, we're gonna hug the left heel in towards our glute. Toes will point back towards us as we catch hold of the top of the left foot with the left hand. Now from here, I want you to push the foot in towards the hand as you keep hugging in through the glutes, finding a little bit of stability through the back body as you find an opening through the front body. Another breath in, and another breath out to stay. On your next breath in, release. Left hand back up high to the sky, left leg shoots long. Send your gaze forward and hug that left knee back in towards you. Left foot steps towards where the left hand would be as you pivot the right toes back behind you. From here, tuck back toes under, hover off the back knee so you're in an elevated twist. Next breath in, reach your arms up high to the sky, coming in towards your high crescent lunge. Take a moment, find a little bit of buoyancy through the back knee, giving yourself a moment just to arrive now that we're nice and upright. And then on your next breath in, move the hands back into heart center. Reach the crown of the head out and forward as you lean your heart towards the front of the mat. Step into your left footprint as you lift off the right, finding your way into warrior three. Keep pushing down with the standing leg. Again, hug the outer glutes and then drop your right hip down just an inch. Hands stay where they are as we find balance. Giving ourselves another breath in and another breath out. On your next breath in, dip the chest down towards the ground. Hands can stay at heart center or fingertips can find your mat as you make your way into standing splits. Wherever you are, keep reaching the right leg up towards the sky, using the hamstring strength here to help you find more opening. But watch here if the right hip is trying to open out towards the side of your mat. Can you drive that right hip bone down just a little further so you close off the hip joint, using your hamstring to allow you to do the work instead of finding an open position. Another breath in. And another breath out. Nice. On your next breath in, hands back up into heart center. Bend in towards the left knee. Start to bring the right knee up close towards your chest as you find your way to stand. Beautiful work. Right ankle is going to cross over left knee as we sit our hips down, finding standing figure four. Give yourself the opportunity once again just to arrive. Find your stability. Find maybe a soft drishti, a soft vocus in front of you so you can find space to balance. Another deep breath in and another breath out. Inhale, drive down through the front foot, the bottom foot, hug the knee back close and towards your chest. Take a big step towards the back of the mat, hands reach back up high to the sky. On the exhale, hands come back underneath your shoulders. Step your way back in towards plank. From here, make your way through your vinyasa. Again, lowering down through your chaturanga, finding cobra or up dog, and eventually returning back towards downward facing dog. Give yourself a moment, shake it out, pedal it out, do what you need to do to reset before we head towards the right side. And then on your next breath in, right leg lifts up high to the sky. Right heel moves over to left glute as you open up through the front of the hip. Try to stack right hip on top of left as you plug in through the lower belly. Inhale, right knee moves up and towards your sternum. Arc the upper back, step the right foot outside wide. Back knee drops down, left hand stays where it is, opening you in towards your twist. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. And then again, when you're ready, left foot pivots back behind you, right leg reaches long to the back of the mat. Give yourself a moment here. Again, articulate the position, pushing the mat away with the bottom palm, giving yourself space to find length, fingertip to fingertip. And then on your next breath in, lift the right foot up, giving yourself a moment to find that stability, the hugging in through the outer glutes. If you're ready for it, plugging your right heel close in towards your right glute, catching the top of the foot with the right hand. Push the right foot in towards the right palm. Keep hugging in through the shoulder blades, strong back body as you stay. And then on the breath in, release the back foot, right hand up high to the sky. Hug your right knee back close in towards your chest and step the right foot up to where the right hand would be. Swivel the left toes back behind you, tuck your back toes under, lift off the back knee as you find your elevated twist. Keep hugging in through the outer hips. On the inhale, push down through the front foot and rise up into high crescent lunge. Again, give yourself a breath or two just to arrive, to be here, to find that buoyancy through the back leg. Another breath in and out. Inhale, hands move into heart center. Lean your way out and forward. Coming into your warrior three as you find takeoff. Right foot stays planted, left heel moves up towards the ceiling. Drive down through the left hip just slightly, keep lifting through the back leg. And then when you're ready from here, give yourself space to move into standing splits. Chest dip down to the mat as the fingertips land, or the hands stay to heart center. It's up to you. We have another 2 breaths here to find the stability through the standing leg, and a little bit of a close off through the left hip joint. 1 more breath in and out. And then again, if you'd like to, you're more than welcome to take the hands back into heart center, bend through the right knee, hug the left knee close in towards your chest as you rise up to stand. Oh, I've got the fiddly thing in my way. But when you're ready, come up towards standing. From here, cross the left ankle over the right knee as you sit back in towards your seat, finding standing figure 4. Again, give yourself that moment to find your drishti, your soft focus and gaze. Catch your breath and allow yourself to stay. And on the next inhale, move the left knee back up and towards your belly as you unwind. Step your left foot to the back of the mat, arms reach up high to the sky. On the exhale, we land the hands back underneath our shoulders as we step our way back towards down dog, skipping our vinyasa just this one time. On your next inhale, take the gaze up and forward. On the exhale, step, hop, or walk both feet to the outside of your hands. From here, we move our way in towards a little malasana. So left foot's outside of left hand, right foot's outside of right hand. Bump your heels in and point your toes out. But before you settle into stillness, just find a little sway side to side and left to right. Giving yourself a moment just to land, to work in towards your hips. A couple more breaths to shift your weight from foot to foot. And then when you're ready from here, make your way in towards your malasana. Heels stay bumped in, toes stay pointing out. Find a little push of the triceps into the thighs and the thighs into triceps as you find a little lift up and out of your rib cage. Again, another deep breath in. And out. Now from here, we're gonna make our way in towards a little half circle wheel. So from here, we're gonna use that strength through the back line of the body that we've created to find some back bends. So when you're ready from here, take your gaze over your left shoulder, lift your hand up and over and plant it behind you. From here, squeeze your glutes to lift up through the hips as you reach your right arm towards the back of your mat. Spiral the chest up towards the sky. Nice. On your next exhale, come back towards your malasana. Right arm swings back around. Use the strength in your legs to come back to sit. Nice. Take your right hand back behind you, plant it behind the back of the mat. Drive down through your feet, squeeze your glutes as you find the back bend here. And then exhale, come back towards malasana in your seat. Nice. We'll do this a couple more times. Left hand lands back behind you. Push down through the feet, drive through the hips. Lift your way up. When you're ready, back towards malasana. Right hand lands back behind you, drive down through the feet, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips up, and then back to malasana. One more time each side. Left hand drops back behind you, push the hips up towards the ceiling, right fingertips reach the back of the mat. And then back to malasana we go. Last time here. Right hand moves back behind you, drive down through the feet, squeeze the glutes, and then back to malasana we go. Good job. Hands come underneath you. Right knee's gonna move behind you as we move our way back into tabletop. Just give yourself a moment here to sway through your hips, your shoulders, maybe a little respite, a moment to rest as you catch your breath. Give yourself an opportunity just to wiggle out your hips and shoulders, maybe make your way through a couple of cat and cows. Another deep breath in and out just to sway and to circulate. And then when you're ready from here, come back up and through center. From here, we're gonna move back in towards our toes pose. Toes will be tucked under as we sit our way back towards our heels. Now from here, we're gonna make our way in towards some camels. So camel is a really great pose, but it's also super strong. So if camel feels a little elusive today, that's okay. I'll give you kind of bus stops along the way where you can pause. Now from here, we're gonna come up towards our shins. So you're gonna find a more lengthened position. Now from here, get tall through the crown of the head. Move your hands towards the backs of your hips. Squeeze your glutes as you send the hips forward in space like those zombie camels we did at the start of class. Now from here, you could stay. This could be absolutely enough for you. If you'd like a little more, we'll take our right hand towards the right heel. Keep squeezing your glutes as you keep sending the hips forward. Maybe the left arm lifts up high to the sky. Maybe you find a little bit of reach through the upper back towards the back of the room. Finding a breath in and a breath out. On your next breath in, squeeze the glutes, come back up to rise. Now we're going to head to the other side. Left hand moves towards the back of the left hip, right arm reaches up. Squeeze your glutes as you lean your way back in space. Pause here if that feels good, or drop the left hand to the left heel. Pause as you keep reaching the right fingertips back behind you. Keep lifting through your sternum to the sky as you keep squeezing your glutes. Good work, nice and strong. And then on the exhale, use that strength through the legs to lift your way back up. Now from here, we're gonna use both hands. So when you're ready, squeeze the glutes, send the hips forward one more time. Drop your right hand to the back heel, left hand to the back heel if that feels good. Or both hands can pause towards your lower back. Again, you could stay here if you'd like. But if you're finding the more exaggerated version of camel, hands towards the backs of the heels. Hug the shoulder blades onto your back so you have broad collarbones. Keep squeezing the glutes as you keep sending the hips forward. Chin stays tucked into chest. 3 deep breaths wherever you are. Maybe you can start to feel in towards an opening of the heart. Maybe you can feel into more strength through the legs. One more breath in. And one more breath out. And then when you're ready from here, walk the hands back up towards your hips if they're on your heels. Squeeze through the glutes to lift your way back up. Untuck your toes, sit back hips to heels. Give yourself a moment to pause. Hands into lap, eyes closed. Slow, deep breaths as you allow your energy to settle. Sometimes heart openers can be really energizing. They can feel really invigorating, but they can also feel really big. So just give yourself a moment. Allow the breath pace to slow. Allow yourself to settle. 2 more deep breaths here, just like this. Nice, everyone. From here, gently blink the eyes back open. We're going to make our way on towards our belly. So when you're ready, come on all the way down. Legs are long behind you as you lower your body all the way to the ground. Now from here, left forearm's going to come in towards a cactus shape on towards your mat. So fingertips face north, there's a bend through the elbow. Now from here, right hand's going to plant underneath your shoulder, and we're going to roll our way over towards the left hip as the right heel squeezes in towards the glute. Maybe the left cheek rests down towards the mat. Maybe the right toes drop back behind you for the floor. Maybe they stay floating in space. It doesn't really matter. Just trying to find a little bit of an extra opening through the front of the chest. Give yourself another breath in and out here. And then when you're ready, roll back over towards both sit bones. Cactus through your right arm, and then left hand lands underneath your shoulder. Right cheek will rest. Roll your way over to your right hip. Left toes drop back behind you. Again, they land for the mat or they float in space. Either way, a couple of breaths here to settle, to stay. And then gently unwind yourself back up and through center. Both legs go long. From here, plant your hands back underneath your shoulders. Lift your way back up into child's pose. Toes drop in, knees drop wide, arms reach out long in front of you as the head rests down towards the ground. If this isn't feeling so good for you today, we did do lots of back bend, so sometimes it can be really nice to find an embryo as well. Knees together, arms reaching back behind you. Maybe they catch the heels. Head rests down towards your mat. 3 more deep breaths. And when you're ready, gently unwind your way out of your child's or your embryo. From here, we're going to make our way on towards our backs. So when you're ready from here, take your legs out towards the side and then up and around. Make your way on down. Feet stay glued towards the ground just for now. From here, give yourself a moment just to arrive onto your back. A moment just to acquaint yourself with the ground once again. And then from here, when you're ready, pick up your feet, hug the knees in towards your chest, wrap the hands around the front of the shins. Pull your knees in close as you find a gentle sway on the back of the sacrum, side to side. Just a little massage here for the lower back. You can even play with making big circles with the knees up towards the ceiling, circling your way up in one direction and then up and through the other. And then come back up and through center. Release the feet back down towards the ground. Heel toe your feet to the outer width of your mat so you have a bit more room for your hips. And then gently allow your knees to drop side to side and left to right. A little windshield wiper action through the hips, maybe a little release through the lower back. Eventually, when you're ready, allow your knees to fall heavy all the way over to the left side of your mat. Allow the legs to get super heavy here. It could be nice to stay if this is enough of a stretch for you. If you'd like a little bit more, pick up your left ankle and stack it on top of the right thigh, driving the right leg down towards the mat. You could also play with a little squeeze of the right glute here to help you find maybe a bit more space, maybe a bit more stability or room. We have a few deep breaths here. One more inhale. And one more exhale. If the foot is stacked, gently unstack the ankle from the thigh. Take your knees back up through center. Drop them all the way over towards the right. Again, option to stay here. Option to stack right ankle on top of left thigh as you drive it down towards the ground. Again, maybe a little squeeze of the left glute to send the left hip forward. Whatever feels good here for you, whatever helps your ignited embers start to gently simmer down. Maybe you can start to feel your heartbeat slow. Maybe the energy through your body just feels a little smoother. Maybe you just feel a little more settled. One more deep breath in and out. And then when you're ready, unstack the ankle from the thigh. If it's stacked, move the knees back through center. Make your way in towards a Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together and the knees drop out wide. If it feels a little uncomfortable here to find that much opening through the groin, again, you could play here with the pressing in of the soles of the feet to find a little bit more stability through the hips. Sometimes it can just be a little bit more comfortable, especially if you don't have any blocks or props around you to help support the knees opening. Whatever feels good is good. We have 3 deep breaths here to settle in. Allowing our energy to feel maybe a little more grounded. Maybe we can already feel into the heart space, feeling a little more open. Maybe we feel just a little more energetic than when we first stepped onto our mat. However you're feeling is good. But however you do feel, take another breath just to acknowledge how you're showing up in this practice right now. And then gently take your hands to the outer edges of your thighs or your knees. Slowly draw them back into center as the feet re-land down towards the ground. Now from here you could stay in constructive rest, knees dropped in towards each other. Maybe the feet are walked out a little further. Or maybe you allow the legs to go long in front of you as you set up for the Shavasana that you need today. I will leave you in Shavasana though. So if you need a few more moments, pause the video, give yourself that time just to chill, to let it go, to recalibrate, to pull all the puzzle pieces back together. And then when you're ready to continue on with the rest of your day, join me as we roll over to our side, giving ourselves space to transition, and then pressing ourselves back up towards our seat. We meet in Sukhasana, the legs crossed, as we end our practice today with a moment of gratitude. We'll bring the hands in towards heart center, thumbs pressed to chest for Anjali Mudra. From here, we turn our minds to gratitude today for our hardworking bodies, for all the amazing things that they're able to do. We practice gratitude today for showing up to our mats, for carving out the precious space and time that it takes to be here, knowing that we're looking after our minds, our bodies, and our hearts. And as always, my gratitude to all of you for joining me here, for allowing me to guide you through your practice. It is my absolute honor and privilege as always. And I hope to see you back on your mat again soon. Peace, everybody, and I hope your spine is feeling good. I hope you're feeling a little more open. Hopefully your back bends felt a little more supported and strong today. Please let me know what you think and drop it in the comments below. And as always, hit that little subscribe button. I don't really know what it does, but apparently it helps me out. But other than that, have a beautiful rest of your day wherever you're headed, and I hope to see you back soon. Thanks, everyone.